we're back again. Hello, we're back again. It's a cold winter's evening. It's windy and blowy and rainy and things. And I said we'd be back. We're wearing the Ari hat, which is actually Imagine and Aspires, but they're kind of slowly going to transfer over here. And we're going to look at that. It's a GoPro. It's tiny. Everyone's heard of GoPros. They're really quite magical. Wouldn't it be better to look at something that goes with it, which is a bit bigger and a bit more exciting? Hang on, but 1 minute. No, I'm not going to stop recording. In fact, I'm not going to stop recording. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. GoPro goes in there. That's in its little mount. This is a thing called a magic arm. We're going to look at one of these quite closely in a minute. These are the cheap version. Originally, I think, developed by Manfrotto. Which Jake will probably know about these. Jake probably gets to play with the real Manfrotto ones as well. Lucky Jake, wish I did. I've got another one that we're going to look at a bit more closely once I've got this set up. Little break whilst I sort out some light. Right. Magic arm. These devices, some come with clamps, some don't. You can get the clamps separately. You can put a clamp at each end, so you can clamp them to desks and use the other end to hold French flags and things. That's not the flag of France, it's a lighting sort of flag basically. Whatever position you put them in, and they are quite clever. You can do that. You do them up, and they lock solid. There are 3 in use here. There's one holding the GoPro up, which you saw earlier. There's one holding a PAL 16 up, which is providing part of the light. And there is this one. And I say, I suspect that Jake gets to play with the Manfrotto version, which was the original, I believe. And they are really, 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 really good. And I'm a little bit jealous, but I would suggest adding at least one or two of these to your kit. They come with little bits of accessory on the top, like that will fit into a hot shoe. I wouldn't put it in a hot shoe, it's not insulated. Put it in a cold shoe, it'd be alright there. It also, you can clip lights, hot shoe mount lights to it, and they're really flexible, and I think they're great. And I strongly recommend you get some. What else can we talk about? I think I mentioned before the newer, or whatever they're called, kits. That's not one. NEEWER. Bought a bag full of accessories, which I don't bring in because it will fall over and they'll go everywhere. The difference between GoPro and Neewer is that you get a bag full of 50 odd bits and pieces, about 6 of which are going to be really useful, for between 11 and 20 quid on eBay or Amazon. Each accessory alone from GoPro is about 30. So, you take out what you want, you flop the rest for a tenner, you got your money back. There's not a lot else I can say. The GoPro, this is a GoPro 7. GoPro is really common, very popular. And so far I've been impressed. We shall put in some footage of me driving down the road on it, because that used one of the cheap accessories as well, a vacuum mount for the car windscreen. And I discovered that if you hang the GoPro upside down, it automatically verts the image, which is quite good. And that's about all we can say about it. That, and these things are magic. And if you've got a zoom, I might as well give a quick plug here. These little characters are really good microphones, and they're about £25 each. But they do require a bit of knowledge, because they require 48 volt phantom power supply for one thing, which of course the H4 has. I've got another microphone here I can show you. Yeah, only the one in use. The other one's next door. There's for me to look at and admire. That's it. It's going to have to be quick because we want to get these things out fairly quickly now, and they're just snippets to give you ideas rather than anything in depth. Clip-on lights are also quite handy. You know, hey, these I got out of a skip. It turned out to be electrically safe. I haven't got a birdie handy to show you. We'll dig some birdies out later, not that we ever take those into the tower. But these could be useful for, you know, if you're explaining explaining methods and things on paper for video. There's another one. I'm just trying to see where it is. There it is. Excuse the bangs and clunks. This little chappy I bought, not on top of the camera, this little chappy I bought from Lidl's a few years ago. It's LED, bendy neck, 240 volt, quite a good clip, works well. Don't know what the colour rendition's like with this particular camera setup. We'll find out one day. Again, useful for putting a bit of light in where you want it. Get out there, get creative, and when they finally let us out to go ringing again, let's see what we can come up with. And I'm going back to Church of the Dispossessed. I'm actually looking at the Dispossessed Jesus at the moment, which is turned out to be a bit more complex than I thought, and there's quite a lot of study going in. Well, we'll see you all again soon.